Welcome to the Discourse Analyzer AI Toolkit, where articles come alive. You're hearing the audio version of our article. For the full text and an interactive experience, check out the link in the description below. Interact with any section using our AI assistant to enhance your understanding. Let's explore.
Functionalism in Discourse Analysis. Diverse field applications. Functionalism in discourse analysis illuminates the multifaceted ways language is used across various fields, highlighting its role in shaping educational practices, cultural understandings, and political engagements. By applying principles like those found in Systemic Functional Linguistics, SFL, analysts can uncover how language constructs knowledge in classrooms, mediates cultural identities in societal interactions, and maneuvers public perception in media and political realms. This introduction sets the stage for a deeper exploration of functionalism's application in these diverse domains, revealing its profound impact on enhancing our understanding of language as a fundamental tool in both constructing and reflecting the complexities of human society. 1. Educational linguistics and discourse analysis. Educational linguistics and discourse analysis, particularly through the lens of Systemic Functional Linguistics, SFL, offer insightful methodologies for enhancing literacy and understanding pedagogical practices. By applying SFL principles, educators and analysts can delve into the ways classroom discourse and educational materials are designed to construct knowledge and facilitate learning. This approach is instrumental in uncovering the intricate relationship between language use and educational outcomes. 1. Integrating SFL and educational discourse analysis. SFL's focus on the functional aspects of language, ideational, interpersonal, and textual, provides a comprehensive framework for analyzing educational discourse. In classroom settings, this analysis sheds light on how language operates as a tool for teaching and learning, revealing the underlying mechanisms through which knowledge is transmitted and constructed. 2. Analyzing classroom discourse. Classroom discourse analysis through SFL involves examining the interactions between teachers and students to understand the pedagogical strategies employed and their impact on learning. By focusing on the ideational function, analysts can explore how teachers present and explain new concepts, use language to model thinking processes, and engage students in constructing knowledge. The interpersonal function highlights the ways in which teachers scaffold learning, manage classroom dynamics, and establish a supportive learning environment. Meanwhile, the textual function addresses how information is organized and made accessible to students, facilitating comprehension and engagement with the content. 3. Example analysis. Literacy lessons. A concrete example of applying SFL in educational discourse analysis can be found in the study of literacy lessons. By analyzing the discourse during these lessons, researchers can identify how teachers use language to build and negotiate meanings with students. For instance, an analysis might reveal that teachers employ a variety of linguistic strategies to explain and elaborate on concepts, such as using analogies, asking guiding questions, or providing explicit definitions. Similarly, examining student responses can offer insights into how students interpret and engage with the material, how they use language to express their understanding, and how the teacher's feedback helps them refine their comprehension and use of language. This analytical approach enables educators to critically evaluate the effectiveness of instructional materials and pedagogical approaches. It also informs the development of more effective teaching strategies that align with the linguistic and cognitive needs of learners. By grounding the analysis in real-world classroom interactions, SFL offers valuable perspectives on how to enhance literacy education and support student success. The application of systemic functional linguistics in educational linguistics and discourse analysis provides a powerful means of examining and improving literacy education. By focusing on the functional roles of language in classroom discourse and educational materials, SFL facilitates a deeper understanding of how knowledge is constructed and communicated in educational settings. This approach not only enriches our comprehension of language's role in learning but also offers practical insights for designing more effective educational practices that cater to the diverse needs of learners. 2. Sociolinguistics and ethnography in discourse analysis. Sociolinguistics and ethnography, when applied within the framework of functionalism and discourse analysis, offer profound insights into the intricate ways language functions within specific social groups and cultural contexts. This approach emphasizes the importance of understanding language not just as a system of communication but as a reflection and constructor of social identities, power dynamics, and cultural norms. Sociolinguistic and ethnographic approaches in discourse analysis pay close attention to the variations in language use across different social settings and groups. They examine how these variations contribute to the construction of social identities, indicate social alignments, and reinforce or challenge cultural and social hierarchies. Through detailed studies of communities and their language practices, researchers can explore the rich tapestry of meanings that language carries in everyday life. 1. Methodological approaches. By integrating functionalist perspectives, such as those offered by Systemic Functional Linguistics, SFL, sociolinguistics and ethnography enhance our understanding of how language functions in social interactions. SFL, with its emphasis on language's ideational, interpersonal, and textual functions, provides tools for analyzing how speech functions and register variations manifest in real-world contexts, revealing the underlying social and cultural significances. 2. Example analysis. Multilingual community. Consider an ethnographic study of discourse practices in a multilingual community. Such research might explore how individuals navigate multiple languages and dialects, using language choices as a means to signal social alignments, identity markers, and cultural affiliations. For example, the use of a particular dialect or language in specific settings, such as home, school, or religious gatherings, can reveal much about an individual's social identity and group affiliations. Applying SFL to this context allows researchers to analyze not just what is being said but how it is said, the selection of certain speech functions, the use of specific linguistic structures, and the adoption of particular registers. This analysis can uncover how language choices serve to include or exclude, to assert power or demonstrate solidarity, and to reflect or resist cultural values. The combination of sociolinguistics, ethnography, and functionalism in discourse analysis opens up a rich field of inquiry into how language operates within the tapestry of society. It allows researchers to uncover not only the linguistic mechanisms at play but also the social, cultural, and political forces that shape language use in everyday interactions. By examining the ways in which language reflects and constructs the social world, discourse analysts can gain deeper insights into the complex interplay between language, culture, and society. This approach underscores the vital role of language in mediating human relationships and cultural understandings, offering a comprehensive view of the social functions of language in diverse communities. 3. Media and political discourse analysis through functionalism. The application of functionalism, particularly through systemic functional linguistics, SFL, to media and political discourse analysis offers valuable insights into how language shapes public opinion and constructs social reality. This approach is instrumental in dissecting the strategic use of language in media texts and political rhetoric, highlighting how discourses are engineered to persuade, inform, and mobilize audiences. 1. Utilizing SFL in media and political discourse analysis. SFL's comprehensive framework for analyzing language functions, ideational, interpersonal, and textual, enables researchers to explore the intricate ways in which language is used in media and political contexts to achieve specific objectives. By examining how language constructs and conveys meanings, establishes relationships with the audience, and organizes information, analysts can uncover the underlying strategies and intentions in political speeches and media reports. 2. Analyzing political speeches. Political speeches offer a rich site for analysis through the lens of SFL. Politicians skillfully employ the interpersonal function to build rapport with their audience, using inclusive language, questions, and direct address to engage listeners and foster a sense of connection and solidarity. The ideational function is strategically used to frame issues, events, and policies in ways that align with their agenda, highlighting certain perspectives while minimizing others. The textual function ensures that the message is delivered coherently, with clear structuring of arguments and information to maximize impact and persuasiveness. Example analysis. Interpersonal function. Analyzing how a politician uses modal verbs to express certainty or possibility, personal pronouns to create inclusivity, or rhetorical questions to engage the audience. Ideational function. Examining the choice of themes, the representation of actors and actions, and the use of metaphors to frame political issues. Textual function. Investigating the organization of the speech, the use of signposting to guide the audience, and the employment of repetition for emphasis. 3. Dissecting media discourse. Media discourse analysis through SFL can reveal how news reports, opinion pieces, and other media texts use language to construct representations of reality, often embedding particular biases and ideologies. The choice of what to report, ideational function, how to engage the audience, interpersonal function, and how to structure the report, textual function, can significantly influence public perception and opinion. Example analysis. Ideational function. Identifying how certain events are depicted through the selection and presentation of facts, the framing of narratives, and the use of specific terminologies. Interpersonal function. Exploring how articles position the reader through evaluative language, address forms, and modality, revealing the publication's stance and attempting to sway reader opinion. Textual function. Analyzing the structure of news articles, the flow of information, and the use of headlines, subheadings, and visuals to guide reader understanding and emphasis. The application of functionalist principles, specifically SFL, to the analysis of media and political discourse, illuminates the powerful role of language in shaping public discourse and social reality. By dissecting how language functions to persuade, frame issues, and construct realities, discourse analysts can provide deeper insights into the mechanisms of influence and manipulation in public communication. This approach not only enhances our understanding of language's social functions but also fosters critical engagement with media and political discourses, encouraging a more informed and discerning public. Conclusion. Functionalism, particularly Systemic Functional Linguistics, SFL, has been instrumental in providing a rich, methodological lens for dissecting discourse across diverse domains. In educational linguistics, it offers insights into how language constructs knowledge and facilitates learning, enabling a critical examination of pedagogical practices and materials. Sociolinguistics and ethnography, informed by functionalist perspectives, shed light on the complex interplay between language, identity, and culture within social groups, enhancing our understanding of communicative practices across cultural contexts. Meanwhile, the analysis of media and political discourse through SFL reveals the strategic use of language to shape ideologies, influence public opinion, and construct social realities. Each domain benefits from a nuanced understanding of language functions, ideational, interpersonal, and textual, and their role in crafting meaningful, effective discourse. This comprehensive approach not only enriches our grasp of discourse's multifaceted nature but also underscores the critical role of language in mediating human experiences and societal structures. Frequently asked questions. What is systemic functional linguistics, SFL, in the context of discourse analysis? SFL is a theory of language that views language as a social semiotic system, emphasizing how language functions to create meaning within cultural and educational contexts. In discourse analysis, SFL provides tools for examining how language constructs knowledge, facilitates learning, and mediates social interactions. How does SFL enhance understanding in educational linguistics? SFL enables educators and analysts to critically examine classroom discourse and educational materials, focusing on how language operates to transmit and construct knowledge. It offers insights into the pedagogical strategies employed in teaching and learning processes, especially in literacy lessons. Can you give an example of how SFL is applied in classroom discourse analysis? An example would be analyzing literacy lessons to see how teachers use language to explain concepts and engage students in learning. This could involve thematic analysis to identify what information is prioritized and transitivity analysis to see how verbs, nouns, and adverbials construct actions and relationships in educational discourse. How do sociolinguistics and ethnography contribute to discourse analysis? They provide a deep understanding of how language use varies across social groups and cultural contexts, reflecting and constructing social identities, power dynamics, and cultural norms. This approach is particularly useful in studying language practices in multilingual communities and how they signal social alignments and cultural values. What role does functionalism play in media and political discourse analysis? Functionalism, through SFL, helps dissect the strategic use of language in media and politics. It allows for the examination of how discourses employ language to persuade, inform, and influence public opinion, analyzing the functions of language to uncover underlying strategies and intentions in political speeches and media reports. How does analyzing political speeches with SFL provide insights into public communication? Analyzing political speeches using SFL can reveal how politicians employ language to build rapport with the audience, frame issues in specific ways, and structure their message for clarity and impact. This includes examining modal verbs for expressing certainty, personal pronouns for inclusivity, and rhetorical strategies for engagement. What are some methods for register analysis in discourse analysis? Register analysis involves examining variations in language use across different contexts. Methods include lexical analysis to identify specialized vocabulary, analysis of pronoun usage and address forms to understand social relationships, and examining channel features to distinguish between spoken and written discourse. Can you explain multimodal discourse analysis and its importance? Multimodal discourse analysis extends functionalist principles to study non-verbal modes of communication, such as images, gestures, and layout, alongside spoken or written language. It's important for understanding how meaning is constructed in our digital and visually oriented world, analyzing how different semiotic resources interact to create cohesive discourse. What insights can multimodal analysis provide into media texts? Multimodal analysis can uncover how news websites or advertisements use a combination of text, images, and videos to frame stories, influence perceptions, and engage audiences. It highlights the interplay of visual, verbal, and auditory elements in shaping the message and its impact on the audience. How does functionalism foster critical engagement with discourse? By analyzing how language functions to construct realities, negotiate relationships, and organize information, functionalism encourages a deeper, more critical engagement with various forms of discourse, from educational texts to political rhetoric and media representations.